You're live.
All right. Announcement is made that adequate notice of this meeting has been given and is being conducted in accordance with NJSA 10:4-6 et sec of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. Nora, you want to call the roll?
Mr. Berkowitz.
Here.
Mr. Jaskowitz.
Here.
Mr. Kaplan.
Here.
Mr. Mazzarella.
Here.
Mr. Parikh.
Here.
Mr. Reddy.
Present.
Ms. Snyder. Mr. Willand.
Here.
Chairman Iverson.
Present.
We also have our board attorney, Mr. King, our
Present.
board planner, Mr. Chadwick, and our board
Present.
engineer, Mr. Holloway.
Who is this guy?
Let's start off with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this point, is there any member of the public that has any business to be brought to this board that is not on this evening's agenda? I hear none and see none. Resolutions, Nora?
Next,
Next meeting?
7:30, yeah.
Next meeting, gotcha. Nothing else we have to do, we can go right into the applications?
Go right into it.
All right, first application on the agenda is application 22:07, Richard Cammy, 80 Edwards Road, C variance to construct a two-story addition, balcony, driveway, front and rear walks.
Sir, you the applicant? Yes. Could you raise your right hand? Do you swear affirm testimony you're about to give before the board is true self you got? I do. And for the record, you're Richard Cammy? Cammy? And you're the owner of the subject property?
I am.
Mr. Chairman, the witness is sworn. Sir, are you architect?
I'm the architect, yes.
Could you raise your
Sure.
name? Do you swear affirm testimony you're about to give before the board is true self you got?
Yes, I do.
And for the record, can you state your name?
Sure, Joseph J. Bruno, last name spelled B-R-U-N-O, 29 Pascack Road, Clark Ridge, New Jersey.
Okay, and all your licenses are in full force and effect. You're qualified before this board or other boards in the state of New Jersey?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The architect witness has also been sworn and qualified. He said
Who,
he's the applicant.
I know, but are you gonna testify or is just your architect gonna
I
testify?
think I'll let him handle it.
Okay.
It's my first rodeo.
Get sworn so you can talk.
He did, he did. They're both sworn.
Thank you. Before I start, I'd like to distribute some photos.
Mark it as, what, A1?
Give me the whole thing, I'll pass it down.
Oh, my goodness.
If you drew the lines a little thinner, would you comply?
No, I thought of that.
And dismiss it for what reason?
It's a de minimis application. De minimis application,
The lines do add up, but, does everybody have the photos?
yes.
Yes. Okay, just to set some context, photograph number 1 is the front elevation view of the subject property.
Yep.
The proposed addition would be to the left of the addition, which is where the red car is. Photograph number 2 is the right side elevation view of the subject property as viewed from the street. Photograph number 3 is the rear elevation view of the subject property. And photograph number 4 is the left side elevation of the subject property as viewed from the street, and that's the area of the proposed new garage. At present, we'll go to drawing sheet number 2.
Would you speak into the microphone?
Oh, sure, sorry. That better? Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
So where the proposed family room is now is the existing garage. It's really not conducive to parking a car. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house with a kitchen, dining area in the back, front foyer, and as I said, a 1-car garage. The owner desires to create a 2-car garage that could actually be used for parking cars, with a mudroom and a laundry at the first floor, with then a master bedroom suite at the second floor. We are...
Did somebody go above the garage?
I'm sorry?
Above the garage?
Above the garage, yes, sorry.
Where's the stairway to get up there?
The stairway is in the back here.
Oh, okay.
This is at the second floor, and then the stair comes up from the dining area to get to the second floor there. So, looking at the zoning table, we are permitted to be 15% in terms of building coverage. We're at 10.58% at present, and we are proposing 15.59%. So it's a little tiny bit over, a little over 100 square feet. And as far as impervious coverage, which is the building and pavements combined, we're permitted to be 30%, we're at 24.81%, and we're proposing 30.65%. So in both cases, we are less than 1% over on.
It's a little different than what we're showing. Yeah.
Are
We show
those,
30.88.
are those numbers, is that plan on file with the?
That's the plan that was on file with the secretary.
Somehow or other, they got proposed at 15.49, and you said it was 15.5.
5.9.
And then the other one on total coverage, 30.88, and you're at 36,
30.65.
yeah, okay.
So it's not significantly different.
One went down a little bit.
No side yard, rear yard, front yard
We comply with the
setbacks.
setbacks.
Do we have a letter from the town engineer about drainage here?
Not that I recall seeing.
If necessary, you would comply with whatever drainage required?
Oh, absolutely. We do, it would probably, the expansion of the project would likely require a seepage pit, and we would comply with that.
Okay.
Is there any outside entrance to the second floor, on the new second floor?
The second floor has an exterior door to the balcony that we show. The balcony has got no connection to directly to the grade.
Well, where you putting that garage is already partially paved, right?
That is correct.
Any other questions by the board? Seems like a relatively simple request. Any members of the public have any questions of the witnesses on the testimony given this evening? I hear none and see none. Nothing else you'd like to add, right?
No, I just think that what we've come up with is a sensible addition to the home to modernize it for the family's use as it goes forward. They didn't try and create a McMansion or anything, just try and create a garage that will work for them. And as you can see in photograph number 1, they do have they have 3 cars shown there, but I've gone there where there are more cars, and I've had to park around the corner. So this will allow them to better accommodate the cars that they have.
Any members of the public have any members of the public wish to speak in opposition to this application? In support of this application? I hear none and see none.
You talk to your neighbors?
Yeah, did all the necessary things. I most of them I got to sign personally. Like, I think there's a lot of my new neighbors.
Okay.
I've been here 11 years, but I met a lot of people I didn't know.
Comment on this? De minimis?
This is a super minimalist.
Okay, somebody frame a resolution?
Application 2207, Richard Kamey, 80 Edwards Road, Block 696, Lot 6, Zone R3. Recommend granting a C variance to construct a 2-story addition, balcony, driveway, front and rear walks, contrary to section 430-35, columns 10 and 13, and we'll do anything that the town engineer suggests as it comes to water mitigation. Second ready?
Any discussion, Nora, call the roll?
Berkowitz.
Yes.
Jaskowitz.
Yes.
Kaplan.
Yes.
Mazzarella.
Yes.
Parikh.
Yes.
Ready.
Yes.
Willand.
Yes.
Hurricane.
Yes. Result is the variance is granted. We will memorialize this in 2 weeks.
Good job.
And then you'll be free to proceed. Enjoy. Good luck.
Good luck.
Well, case 2206. John and Allison Bueller.
Yep.
Beeler, I'm sorry. 51 Intervale Road, seeking C variance to construct a driveway. Good evening.
Sir, could you raise your right hand? You swear affirm testimony about to give before the board is true self you got?
Yes,
And for the record, state your name,
John Bueller.
and you're the owner of the subject property?
I am.
All right, thank you, you're sworn. You may have a seat or stand.
Thanks. So the purpose,
Was this
Sorry.
submitted with your application?
yes. So the,
The colored wasn't, so you're gonna have to mark that as A1.
so it actually is in here in the survey.
But did you color, I'm just,
Oh, yeah, it just,
It's highlighted.
black and white in the copies that
all right.
So, yeah, this is just a color, so the purpose really of this began with trying to expand the driveway for access egress onto, Intervale Road, which is well-traveled and sometimes a safety issue. Now, we had town trees, oh my gosh, 5 years ago, that ended up, thank you, at the town's expense, they took down. So now we were kind of ready to do something, and I put in an application, gosh, I guess at the start of COVID, but to get to it, what we're doing essentially here is, there's on-street parking now with very narrow parking for the driveway. So that's kind of phase one of this project. Since we had an architect draw it up, it became, he looked at the whole property and the improvements we liked. It just changing the existing walkways before and after. There's not much changes in the total coverage of the lot. They're pretty minor, but I think you have all the figures and everything. It's basically property improvement. I've got a crumbling driveway and walkway. I have some parking that's on the street, which isn't very useful. The turnaround will be better because I won't have to clear the snow. Plus, I'll have an easy way to get in and out of the driveway versus having to have somebody park on the street that you worry about, you know, snow plows coming by, things like that.
You have two front yards, right? There's two streets?
No, there's just the one, just, Intervale travels this way. So this is sort of a horseshoe shape, it's like an H shape, which is getting widened here, and then this will give me access and egress and be able to have additional parking, which I have a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old, so I've got one extra driver, and really I can only kind of put two cars or cars on the street.
People drive pretty quickly.
People drive too fast.
What is a kayak rack?
Oh, you know,
Is it just pipe with,
yeah, you know, it could be made of wood. That's sort of a later phase.
does it have to go over there? That's one of your variances.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you're supposed to be 6 feet away.
It's sort of funny, so it's not just stacked on the dock. People do a lot of that, around the lake. They
Yeah, I
have
know.
kayak racks in their backyard. It was just sort of the plan.
It's
of
something
going-
you can move around, right?
Oh, yeah, it's movable.
Yeah.
It's light,
All right.
once it doesn't have things on it, you know.
All right, so it's not a structure really, it's just a rack?
No, it's not a permanent, it's not gonna be footed or
Okay.
anything like that.
I'm
Maybe
just
if you
checking
look
off
at
what
this-
you got here.
This would require footing. And right now, we have a brick patio. You can see those are the trace lines that are kind of underneath. And you'll even see the diamond shape. That's actually concrete walkway that's on the, that's existing. And that's highlighted in yellow here. So if you almost look at the, I should say, the driveway and the walkways, yellow is existing and, proposed is this pink. I don't know if everyone can see this.
There's no variance.
Not much.
It looks like a nice
These
plan. We
exist.
worked with the architect a little bit. He
What's
was
with the
from-
rear yard dock?
That extends out into the water.
So the dock would just be, right now, it's kind of aging pressure-treated wood that's starting to become very porous. It has a coating on it. But that would be, in the later phase, I would say replace that with Trex. Same footprint, so. And the deck, same thing, same footprint, just replace it with maybe a updated material.
Any of your neighbors have docks out into the water?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would say.
Whereabouts
most-
are you along that lake?
We are The straight part, as you first get onto Intervale,
Yes,
when the lake begins, which is probably about
Okay.
a half mile down
okay,
from the intersection of 202,
I got you.
to kind of put it in perspective. The lot's narrow but deep. We've been there coming up on 20 years.
So am I right by saying that if you were just 2 feet thinner on the driveway, you wouldn't be here?
That's existing, I think. His driveway's on the line now, so that's why he's got a variance for that. He just fixed it. As far as I can tell,
Very much.
you have 5 variances listed, one of which, the fences and rails, is a 6-inch variance. You're probably gonna comply anyway, because your fence is gonna be a little bit onto your property. The next one is pavers accessory side yard that already exists. The next one is a side yard kayak rack. We figured that isn't a structure, so it doesn't need a variance. The next one is the dock, which you're just changing the surface on.
Yeah.
And the next one is back to the kayak rack, which is not a structure, so
Well, you got the other two.
maybe you ought to ask the board to consider it. We could move along.
Any other questions by the board on this? What seems to be a terribly complicated application, really, and in reality, once you read through it, there's nothing here. Am I wrong?
So many things wanted, but nothing is.
Absolutely not. Thank you, Mr. Berkowitz. Any members of the public have any questions of this witness on the testimony given this evening?
Just one quick question. The Lake Association allows you to build the deck into the water?
They submitted a letter.
It's
Okay.
previous, so it's existing now.
Do this real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I showed them the plan in its entirety.
Yeah.
Actually, they're.
I remember seeing a letter about that.
There was a letter dated March 27th, 2020.
And yeah, they're, I've served on the board. And I've served on town committees as well. Thank you for your service, by the way. It doesn't pay that for you, so.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Any other questions, David?
No, I'm good, thanks.
So you don't have anything else to add, do you?
Absolutely not, just thanking you guys.
Any members of the public who wish to speak in opposition to this application, in support of this application? I hear none, see none. De minimis application again, gentlemen and ladies?
Yeah,
Yep.
this is the
Can somebody frame a
I'll
resolution?
take care of it. Application number
That concludes
2206,
our session.
John and Allison Beeler, 51 Intervale Road, Block 441, Lot 11, in the R3 zone. I recommend that we grant the C variance to construct a driveway expansion, deck expansion, reframe the existing open deck, spa on the open deck, replace the 250 square foot dock, pavers, patio with pergola, walls with steeping stones, kayak ramp, blue stones, stepping stones, contrary to section 430-11A, section 430-35, column 8, side yard, pavers, and kayak rack, which I guess it doesn't even need to even be there, and section 430-35, column 9, rear yard deck.
Second ready.
I think that was the
Any
longest.
discussion?
resolution.
Nora, call the roll.
Berkowitz.
Yes.
Jaskowitz.
Yes.
Kaplan.
Yes.
Mazzarella.
Yes.
Parikh.
Yes.
Ready.
Yes.
Willens.
Yes.
Hurricane.
Yes. Results of variance is granted. We'll memorialize this in 2 weeks, and you will be free to proceed. Enjoy.
Let us know when the beach party is.
Yeah, we do accept invitations to outdoor parties. Not a problem. Not a problem. Take care.